Come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. You know what, I just wanted to pop in real quick and talk about a topic that I ran into. I was actually watching the Sister Circle Live this morning, and they were actually speaking about when basically keeping it real, when keeping it real gets too real, and more so when people are talking about people who offer what should be constructive criticism, but it's actually not, when it's just literally insults, you know, is basically how I see it. And there's, for me, there's nothing constructive about insulting people. And I think a lot of people lean on, oh, well, we're friends, so I really just I'm telling you what I think. But then it goes back to intention. You're telling me what you think. Now tell me why. Why are you telling me what you think? And it depends on what you're actually talking about. You know, what is it that you're trying to accomplish? That's the first thing. That's the first thing of knowing whether or not it's genuine, whether it's actually constructive, or whether it's just some little nasty underlying little thing that you feel like you could do because we're friends. So that kind of sparked with me because I run into it a lot. I don't know why that is, but I run into it a lot, and especially with the way my mouth is. You know, my mouth is vicious and can be. But I do have friends that will get into this mode of thinking that they can say any old thing to me and I won't say anything back. And they do try to cover it as either keeping it real or I'm just telling you as a friend. You know, it's funny. It's weird. Like when it comes to fashion advice. Do you really believe I need fashion advice from you? Like, I'm the one that went to school for fashion. Do you really believe that I need you to give me fashion advice? So when you say... and it's one thing when you say something like, I don't care for something, or I didn't care for that. Okay, that's fine. But when it goes to where something is ugly, or that was late, or, oh, Miss Thing, that wasn't this, that, or the other, what was your intention? And then knowing me, and we're supposed to be friends, did you honestly believe that I was going to take that in and say, oh, okay, well, you thought that was so ugly, so I'm just going to take this and throw it away. Like, are you serious? Are you serious? Stop it. Another area where that comes up, child rearing. You have to be very careful when you're talking to people about their children and how they're raising their children, because everybody parents differently. Everybody does. Everyone parents different, and it doesn't make your way right and my way wrong. It just makes it different. As long as there's no abuse going on or anything like that. You know what I mean? But just doing things different. Every household is different. And again, it doesn't make my household correct and your household incorrect and vice versa. You have to be very careful when you step into that. There has been many friendships that have been torn completely apart when it came down to parenting and people not seeing eye to eye on parenting. And again, who are you to say that this was bad parenting? Especially when, you know, I've had that issue come up where someone has come at me what I thought was the wrong way, but see, I fire back. And this person's children were older than my children, you know, so they felt as though, oh, I've already done it, so I can offer you some advice. But then, see, then I had to go there. Yeah, you've already done it, but you screwed it up. You screwed it up. If your kids ain't doing real well, then you don't need to be trying to give no advice. You know, if you still got kids that's in their 20s and they still living with you and don't have a job, and you got a daughter that's, you know, her name is always in the news and she's not a celebrity, stuff like that, then you probably shouldn't be trying to give anybody advice. You have to step very lightly. Again, these are things when keeping it real goes a little bit wrong. And you can really, and those are the things. I'm not going to stay on here too long. I just wanted to bring it up and see what you guys had to say and let you guys weigh in. Definitely hit me down in the comments. Tell me what you all think about this keeping it real situation as it pertains to being able to say things that are what I think a little bit out of the way to people when you think you're their friends. And is it cool or is it not cool? Is there a better way to do it? Do you think that you should always tell your friends what's on your mind? You know what I mean? If it's not anything particularly helpful, you know, or anything like that, or they're not harming anybody, do you think that it is always necessary to tell your friends what it is that you're thinking? Leave it down there in the comments, and let's just get the conversation going, and we'll talk. All right, guys, later.